My dear child, stop for a moment, breathe, and notice I am here. Release the need to steer every outcome. Hand me your plans, not in surrender to failure, but in trust that my picture for you is wider than you see. You are a key strand, valued and placed. Walk into tomorrow boldly, sure that I surround you on every side. Your future is not a guess. It is a pledge backed by my steady faithfulness. Quit trying to squeeze into shapes that were never yours. Instead, let me walk with you along the route I drew up, as personal as your fingerprint, toward a tomorrow only you can occupy. I tucked certain hopes inside you, ideas that surface in quiet moments. They may now seem far off, buried under doubts or noise, yet I still remember them. Those longings echo the purpose I wrote for you, hints of a life where your heart moves in step with mine. Risk tending to those dreams. Start with a tiny step, then the next, confident that I keep the road lit. Even if the trail dips into foggy valleys, I stay close. I will not leave you to drift. The ground beneath your feet may feel unstable, yet each step strengthens trust and lets the landscape unfold. My quiet voice steers you, a nudge in your gut. And if you trip, as many of my children do, remember my care does not fade. A wrong turn does not rename you. Let those subtle markers remind you that guidance often arrives in ordinary moments. They are scenes, not the whole plot. I am not a distant scorekeeper marking down faults. I am the parent who runs to greet you, arms open, ready to restore what slipped away. You are never beyond reach, never too damaged to heal. Someone near you needs to know this today. Pass it on to 3 who feel empty and watch warmth spread through their lives. Stay open to being surprised by grace in places you never expected. Hold that truth until your heart loosens. I hear the whispered doubts at night. You ask, what if I fall again? What if my strength gives out? What if yesterday's shadows lock me out of your favor? Know this, your slips never surprise me, nor do they dim my affection. I have walked beside you through every valley, seen each win and each tear, and my devotion stays bright, a flame no failure can put out. My mercy runs deep, erasing blame and turning weakness into witness. Lift your eyes from the chains of self-shame and look at the breadth of my compassion. Let your failures become reminders of how far love can reach, rather than evidence of unworthiness. I rebuild what is broken, breathe life into what seems beyond hope, and draw beauty out of ruins. Your heart still carries bruises from prayers that felt unanswered, moments when you poured everything out and the sky seemed silent. You wondered if your words vanished in the air, but listen. Even disappointment can become fertile ground where new hopes can take root if you allow it. Silence is not absence. My timing, though strange from where you stand, is precise. I see the wide fabric of your life, every bright thread, every dark one, and I am working in ways you cannot yet see. When a door stays closed or a dream still waits, I am arranging things for lasting good, shaping you for a larger purpose. Trust that delays and detours are tools I use to refine character and broaden vision. Trust that I am not watching from a distance, but crafting hope through every season you face. In the weight of trouble, pause and grow gratitude. Think about the small wonders already dotting your path. A stranger's help, a friend's warm words, the provision that arrived right on time. These moments are not random. They are my fingerprints, quiet reminders that I am near even in ordinary hours. Gratitude realigns your perspective, shifting focus from scarcity to the quiet abundance woven through each day. When worry gathers like thick clouds, steady yourself by naming my past faithfulness. List the everyday gifts: breath in your chest, the morning light, the love around you. Gratitude opens the door to peace, showing you that my presence holds steady and my care does not run out. I also see the tension in your relationships, the ache for peace with those you love. I notice the sting when words cut or misunderstandings divide. Let the habit of noticing good things become a daily exercise that steadies your breathing. I hand you a quiet power, speech seasoned with grace. When anger pushes you to strike back, recall how I choose forgiveness over payback. Speak truth wrapped in care. Offer patience, though it may cost. This makes room for my spirit to soften hearts and heal fractures. Keep bitterness away. Resentment steals joy and clouds vision. I know the hidden wounds behind harsh words, the private grief that fuels hurtful actions. Step back, give the pain to me, and let compassion flow through you like medicine. When conflict arises, bring it to me. Ask for clarity to see deeper, for wisdom to reply with kindness. Forgive again and again, trusting me to work in every heart. Grace-filled words create an environment where difficult truths can be heard without defensiveness, making real change possible. I rebuild bridges. Keep at it, and you will watch walls fall, bonds mend, and relationships change in ways that seem impossible. I am with you. Pass along my love to 3 tired hearts today, and watch light break into their darkness. Let go of the illusion of control you hold so tight. You often ask for my guidance, yet grab your plans even harder. Release control in small matters first, and you will build the courage to surrender larger plans later. I do not shame you for this pull toward certainty. I understand it. Still, real safety lives not in your strategies, but in my steady hands. I invite you to shift from clenched fists to open hands, because an open hand is able to receive blessings a tight grip can never grasp. I know what you hope for, what you need, and the perfect timing for each gift. A closed door is not rejection, but redirection, steering you toward roads rich in growth. A delay is not a final no, but an invitation to build faith. Lay out your plans before me. Ask for my insight and trust that the path ahead will be brighter than you can design. Guard the gates of your mind. The thoughts you water shape your soul. Pay attention to the thoughts you rehearse. They crystallize into attitudes and then actions. If you keep replaying fear, regret, or not enough, those weeds choke peace. Plant my promises instead. Words of hope, strength, and true identity. Remember, you are wonderfully made, that my intentions for you are good, that I am your refuge. When doubt speaks, whether from past wounds or current pressures, answer with this truth. You are not boxed in by mistakes or struggles. You are loved, chosen, meant to make a difference. Choosing hope-filled thoughts is not denial. It is the deliberate act that can grow into courage. Your heart breaks over the world's hurt, violence, injustice, relentless pain. You ask where I am in all this. Know that I am not distant. My heart aches too, and I am always working light into the darkest places. Join me. Compassion begins when you allow your heartbreak to push you toward action rather than despair. You don't have to fix everything. Simply love the people I set before you. Offer a smile to the tired, a meal to the hungry, a prayer for the hurting. Each small act is a spark against the dark and carries my love forward. In the night I see you wrestle with old memories, missed chances, and wounds you fear will never close. The world's wounds shrink whenever ordinary people choose kindness in unnoticed corners. These weights tell you that your past chains you, but I redeem even time itself. I can turn empty fields of regret into harvests of grace. Come with an honest heart, and I will clean you and set you on a new path. New beginnings often grow in places where regret once felt permanent. Your past shapes but does not confine you. It teaches compassion for others who slip. In my hands, your scars become stories of victory, proof that love outlasts failure. Your healing becomes a beacon for those still trapped in shame. I also remind you to rest. The world praises non-stop hustle, as if worth equals output. But I built you for rhythm, not exhaustion. Rest is trust. A statement that I am enough. Pause, breathe, notice creation, listen for my quiet voice. In pausing, you rediscover joy that constant motion keeps out of reach. In rest, your body mends, your mind clears, and your soul finds new strength. Honor this gift, and you will gain fresh energy to live the calling set before you. From that renewed energy, you will serve others without running on fumes. Remember, I delight in you for who you are, not for what you do. Let this truth sink so deep that neither applause nor criticism can dislodge your sense of worth. It stands secure because it rests on who I am, not on shifting opinion. You are formed in my image and meant for an eternal future with me. When you feel unworthy, recall that love is a gift, not a wage. Walk forward in that certainty, letting it anchor you in every storm. I am with you always, supporting, guiding, and loving you with a steadiness nothing can shake. Carry that confidence like a quiet strength wherever you go. Trust me. Lean into my grace and watch how each day unfolds with fresh color when you expect to see my hand at work. Notice how small acts of faithfulness today lay foundations that future days will stand on. Each faithful moment is like a brick in a steady wall of purpose. My dear one, if these words land in your heart, accept them and share your trust openly. I shaped you for more than ceaseless work. I shaped you for quiet moments with me where your soul can breathe. You were designed to live in a rhythm of effort and rest. These pauses are not empty time. They are sacred appointments that refuel purpose. When you choose rest, for body, mind, or spirit, you declare trust in me as the source of your life. Rest patches the worn edges of your heart, sharpens your thinking, and puts strength back in your bones. Let rest become a regular rhythm, not an occasional last resort. If you insist on hauling the world alone, it will crush you. Hand the load to me and you will find lightness. In that space you will hear my voice above the noise. Freedom flourishes when burdens are shared rather than clenched alone. Picture a clear stream reflecting the sky. That is what rest does for your spirit. It stills turbulence, so my guidance becomes visible. In still water you can see the sky. In stillness, you can hear my guidance with clarity. I want to guide you not only in big crossroads, but in the small daily choices that shape a life. Think of the travelers in the desert. I provided fresh bread each morning, enough for that day only. They could not hoard yesterday's bread or borrow tomorrow's. They had to trust me daily. It is the same with you. Dependence on me each day keeps your heart flexible and your perspective fresh. You cannot live on memories of past gifts or on guesses of future ones. I am the God of now. Walk with me today. Tune your heart to my voice in this moment. Ask for wisdom for each step, whether routine task or life-changing decision. My presence will not just sustain you, it will deepen your life with meaning and joy. You might ask how to stay close when the world pulls you in 1,000 directions. Start by quieting your soul, like a bird settling after a storm. Spend time with my words, not as a checklist, but like searching for treasure. Let those words breathe life into you and anchor you when winds rise. The more you return to these quiet spaces, the more naturally peace will rise within you. Pray with plain honesty, the way you talk to a trusted friend. Tell me your fears, confess your missteps, celebrate your joys. The words need not be polished, they need only be real. In that openness, my spirit draws near, whispering truths you may miss amid the rush. Honesty opens a window for fresh air to enter the room of your soul. Do not overlook the power of gratitude. Let thanks rise, not only for what I have done, but for who I am. Praise shifts the atmosphere, dismantling doubt and despair. When you voice gratitude, in song, in whispered words, or in silent awe, your spirit lines up with mine and peace floods your heart. Even in busy moments, a single sigh of thanks can center you. Gratitude is a doorway. Walk through it often, and you will find new spaces of calm on the other side. Some days your faith will feel thin, my promise is faint, like stars behind storm clouds. Remember that even a mustard seed of trust placed in my care can move mountains. Keep hold of hope when the valley is dark. Let my words light your path. When despair creeps close, recall that I have already defeated death. My life-giving power pulses within you, ready to turn every wound and doubt into a story of grace. Hand me your fears, insecurities, and limits, and watch me weave them into something good. I have chosen you to carry my love. Hope is not wishful thinking. It is confidence anchored in my proven character. Share this hope with 3 hurting people and watch my peace wrap around them. I'm not calling you to rigid rules, but to a living relationship. When compassion drives your actions, even the simplest gesture can reshape another person's day in ways you may never see. I am no distant deity. I am as close as your breath, and I long for closeness with you. I share your laughter, catch your tears, and walk beside you through long afternoons when you feel invisible. If you drift, pulled by demands or distraction, do not hide. Turn back without shame. My arms are always open, no matter how far or how long. I search for lost sheep. I wait for returning children. Our bond stands firm, forged in enduring love. Every return is a celebration, not a scolding. Remember that home is always open. No one can undo what I have woven. Hold this truth. Cling to it on heavy days, and let it steady you when the winds of opinion blow against your resolve. Your worth is not set by struggle, success, or opinion. It rests on my unchanging love. When anxiety whispers about tomorrow, remember I hold time itself. When guilt weighs you down, know that my mercy is wide. When loneliness presses in, let my spirit remind you I am always here, woven into your very being. I am not an idea or passing feeling. I am the living God who shaped your heart with care. You are mine, and nothing can break that fact. Let this certainty be the anchor that keeps you from drifting with changing tides. Look around. A new season is on the horizon, light cutting through old shadows. You stand on the brink of something good. I promise to open doors no one can close and to fill your future with hope. Stay alert, because opportunities will rise where you once saw only closed doors and disappointment. Move forward with expectation, for anticipation clears your vision and helps you detect openings that once slipped by unnoticed. Hold fast to faith as I guide you through uncertain days, toward a future bright with my light. The slope may be steep and the path unfamiliar, but every step is steadied by my hand. Step after step, you will learn that security is found more in my presence than in the clarity of the route. Trust me even when the way is hazy. Be patient with others and with yourself. Growth is a journey, not a sprint. Extend the same patience to your own heart that you readily offer to a close friend, and watch growth take deeper root. Growth blossoms quietly in due season. Transformation needs time and quiet. Do not fear the process. Patience shapes you, opening room for deeper intimacy with me, and carving your heart to mirror mine. When the harvest comes, and it will overflow beyond what hurried effort could produce. Waiting seasons often nurture qualities that instant answers could never develop, leaving you stronger and more compassionate. Honor your body. It is a gift, a dwelling place for my spirit. Nourish it, rest it, move it with joy. Your physical health is intertwined with your spiritual life. Caring for your body makes more room for my work within you. See movement and rest not as opposing forces, but as partners working together to keep you whole. Treat your senses to healthy sights, sounds, and flavors, and you will notice gratitude rising more easily within your heart. My child, you are never alone on this road. I am your companion, your strength in weakness, your hope in dark hours. Keep your eyes on me, and let my love guide you home. Let that assurance give you courage to take the next right step, even when details are unclear. Hope lines the path before you, and my presence never slips away. Dear child, be still for a beat and listen, not only with hearing, but with that quiet inner place where true awareness lives. Each sunrise you absorb countless inputs, meals that fuel your muscles, sentences that occupy your thinking, scenes that catch your eye, reflections that settle in the heart. Pay attention to what you let sink deep, because these moments are more than passing flashes. They quietly shape the person you are becoming. Let stillness become part of your routine. In the hush, you will notice gentle nudges that help you choose wisely. Who you will become grows out of the soil you cultivate. Select what feeds your spirit and draws you toward my steady affection. Search for what is honest, what is generous, what sparks hopeful light. Let your inner life remain clear and welcoming, a space where my nearness feels at home. Keep company with people who mirror that light. Friends, guides, companions who redirect you toward good when you drift. They will travel beside you, not condemning, but encouraging steady courage and integrity. At the same time, show patience to those who have yet to notice my kindness. Meet their doubts, their tired stories, their indifference, with the same mercy I have shown you. Do not rush the process of discernment. Give your heart permission to sort through noise until what is good becomes clear. Live so that kindness can be seen in ordinary acts. Let your life quietly prove how love can remake things. You may never observe the full effect of a gentle gesture, yet even one moment of care can germinate into goodness that outlives you. Do not retreat when life rearranges the familiar patterns you once trusted. I realize that change can feel like wind tearing at a shelter you built by hand, leaving you exposed. Still, change is often my way of growing you, aligning your story with a wider purpose. I am coordinating situations, shifting connections, opening passages and closing others, guiding you toward a future that reflects my design. I am smoothing the rough places of your heart to reveal what has been waiting inside. Every alteration, even one that first appears disruptive, can reveal abilities and perspectives you might never have uncovered in comfort. Stay open to my shaping hand, even when the process stings. Believe that each move is intentional, forming you into a person marked by steady courage and quiet beauty. I notice the questions spinning in your thoughts, the doubts that creep across your trust. You ask why some prayers linger, why certain seasons overstay, why my schedule rarely matches yours. I invite you to settle into this assurance. There is no question too raw to bring into the light I offer. When wonder twists into worry, speak it aloud. Honesty opens doors for deeper understanding. Accept that uncertainty is part of growth. I do not sit idle. The words you whisper in darkness and the cries you release when hope feels thin reach me. Each one is treasured. Even now I am folding answers into your story, though they may arrive in forms you did not predict. Answers sometimes arrive quietly, woven into conversations, opportunities, or insights that at first seem ordinary. Remain attentive because solutions seldom shout. They prefer to unfold in everyday scenes. Trust that even perceived silence is active preparation, not neglect. A wait does not equal refusal. Often I pause to ready you, strengthen you, or position events for a gift larger than you imagine. A door that will not open may be protecting you from a corridor where your light would fade. A modest win, though it seems small, is a marker on the way to fuller promise. Will you trust me with your uncertainty? Hand me those unresolved questions. I stand close, knocking softly, wanting deeper access. Open wide, and I will settle peace inside you, peace that steadies you in rough weather. I will grow joy within you, a quiet brightness that remains even when days are hard. Let that joy serve as a lighthouse for others, struggling to find direction. My guidance will light the road ahead, giving you stable footing as you move through unexpected turns. You are not on your own. I am your shelter and strength. I will never desert you or look away. Notice, dear one, the threads of my care woven into ordinary hours. Slow down enough to trace those threads, and your gratitude will grow as naturally as breath. Remember, awareness is a skill strengthened through practice. A stranger's warm smile, the quick glory of a sunset, shared laughter that lingers. These are markers of my nearness. Keep your eyes open. They are not coincidences, but deliberate reminders. When life feels heavy, pause and collect these signs. They whisper hope and confirm that I am weaving good from every piece. You are loved, and nothing can loosen that bond. Still, I know you carry regrets over what was left unsaid, missed chances, seasons you feel slipped away. Bring them to me. I specialize in renewal. Nothing is wasted. Even regret becomes raw material for renewal when placed in capable hands. Your past errors are not your identity, and they cannot cancel my intentions for you. When you approach with humility and ask for grace, mercy pours freely. Shame is rinsed away, and fresh purpose takes root. The scars you carry are not evidence of failure, but proof of resilience. In my hands, they turn into channels of empathy, equipping you to reach others who know similar pain. At times, my pace may feel too slow, as though the promise hovers just out of reach. What feels like delay may be carefully measured pacing designed to build endurance you will need later. On other days, change surges like a river after heavy rain, sweeping you into new territory before you feel prepared. Remember that I hold time itself. I do not hurry, yet I am never late. When I ask you to wait, the delay is meant to deepen trust, build patience, and teach perseverance. Waiting disciplines your heart to notice subtleties, to detect quiet guidance you might miss amid constant motion. Hold expectation and patience together. In that tension, character forms. When gifts arrive quickly, receive them with thanks and guard your heart from complacency. Let abundance move you toward generosity, so my love can flow through you. I know the hopes you barely whisper, the quiet dreams you shelve out of fear they might stay unrealized. I understand the silent ache for meaning, belonging, and proof that your life counts. You are not unseen. Bring those longings into honest conversation with me. Secrecy only feeds anxiety, while openness invites partnership. Together, we can explore possibilities you have not yet considered. I know you as thoroughly as I know the stars or the grains of sand. I am not a distant observer, but a caring parent, involved in every detail. Even when the road ahead feels foggy, trust that I am guiding each step toward a future shaped by thoughtful design. So come nearer. Place your worries at my feet and let calm settle over you. Admit your doubts and fatigue, and watch new courage rise. These words are not empty promises. They rest on love that does not shift. Stay connected to me, and you will find strength to face challenges, wisdom for choices, and a joy that persists through every season. My presence is steady ground. Let this foundation steady you when circumstances shift and voices compete for your attention. No storm can topple you when your roots grow intertwined with mine. Walk forward one step at a time, knowing I am beside you, behind you, and ahead of you. My heart holds yours, and nothing on earth or in heaven can sever that link. Lean on grace and discover the freedom it gives. Freedom is not absence of struggle, but the ability to walk through it, unburdened by fear. Courage grows every time you remember you are not alone. You are seen, known, and loved beyond calculation. Rest in that reality, and let it move you into everything prepared for you. Let me enter the quiet places where fears and hopes twist together. I notice the weight you carry, the restless thoughts that stir in the night, the worries about an uncertain future, frail health, or relationships stretched thin. Fear can slip in quietly, can't it? Let us name the anxiety together so it loses its silent power. Shared light shrinks shadows. Hope often begins with a simple acknowledgement of fear. It whispers lies, paints tomorrow in dark tones, and steals today's possibilities. Remember, you were never meant to shoulder this alone. I am your refuge, a steady beacon when waves rise. Lay each fear before me like stones you have lugged too long. In exchange, I will give peace that goes deeper than understanding. Do you ever feel too small? Convinced your flaws cast a shadow beyond my reach? Peace is not the absence of waves, but the calm that anchors you amid them. Let that calm seep into your breathing and reshape your viewpoint. Let me quiet that thought. Voices around you may insist you're not enough, too broken, too ordinary, marked by missteps. I see a heart formed with care, a life woven into a larger story. Across history, I have worked through unlikely people. The assessments others offer are temporary. My view remains consistent and rooted in truth. Accepting that perspective changes how you carry yourself. Weakness was never an obstacle. It became the doorway for my strength. Offer the small faith you have, the hesitant steps, the willingness to be molded. Small beginnings hold great promise. Not with force, but perseverance, your faith will rise. I carve rivers through desert ground and span chasms with bridges of possibility. I take delight in your simple response of, "Here I am," not in polished perfection. I know the longing you carry for peace at home. Maybe days feel heavy with unspoken tension, sharp words lingering, or silence louder than shouting. You crave connection, laughter, healing touch. No distance is beyond my grace. Invite me into those tense spaces. Together we can turn conflict into dialogue and silence into honest exchange. Healing starts with one genuine conversation. I repair what is broken and weave hearts together again. Start where you are. Extend forgiveness even when it costs. Speak truth with care. Choose kindness over pride. Through prayer and trust, I am working quietly, softening attitudes, shifting viewpoints, stitching souls closer. Your consistent kindness will eventually crack even the hardest ground, making room for new growth. Patience is nourishment. Healing unfolds like dawn, gradual yet certain, even when you cannot see movement. Release the urge to control every result. Make room for my work by loving others the way I love you, freely and patiently. Sometimes you grip pain as though it defines you. Old wounds or regrets become familiar paths. The idea of letting go can feel risky. What if hurt returns? Remember, letting go is an act of strength, not surrender to despair. Freedom leaves room for unexpected joy. Release opens space for new stories to be written. What if being open invites fresh injury? I understand that fear. My heart aches for the burden you have carried, but chains are not my way. I set people free. Unforgiveness ties you to yesterday. I want to loosen that knot. Bring the hurt to me in honest prayer. Trust that vulnerability, when tempered by wisdom, leads to deeper connection and honest community. Courage to risk again is born from knowing you are supported. Name the pain, allow yourself to feel it, and lay it down. I will not rush you, yet I will guide you toward release one step at a time. Picture resting those burdens at the base of a great tree whose roots run deep in love and branches point toward forever. Picture roots wrapping around your worries, holding them steady while branches lift your hopes toward open sky. There is room for both release and renewal. As you release, your heart will grow lighter, your steps freer, and you will be open to new mercy each morning. The world hums with distraction, the constant buzz of devices, demands, and comparisons. It is easy to lose yourself in the noise until my voice becomes a faint echo. Yet I speak most clearly in the quiet, in the deliberate pause where the soul can breathe. Create time to be still. Turn from the clamor and meet me in pages of wisdom, in whispered prayer, in noticing a sunrise or a sparrow's flight. Stillness is not wasted time. It is the workshop where insight is crafted and perspective rearranged. Choose to visit that workshop often. These moments are invitations to rest in my nearness. When you listen with the depth of your spirit, clarity flows like water after rain. I will reveal the next step, the truth to hold, the courage to continue. Celebrate each small victory. You may be waiting for a dramatic breakthrough, but growth often begins quietly. Progress sometimes hides inside routine, waiting for you to notice its quiet milestones and celebrate them. Joy grows when recognition meets progress. Did you choose patience instead of anger? Offer a smile to someone unseen? These actions are not minor. They show my spirit shaping you, roots reaching deeper. Acknowledge them and give thanks for the quiet ways I work, and your awareness of my presence will sharpen. Gratitude is a lens that reveals my fingerprints and unlocks joy even during delays. I am preparing you for a purpose larger than you can yet picture. Your life is not random. The passions stirring within you, the urge to create, the ache to help, the dream to build, are signals of calling. Trust those sparks. They reveal design pointing toward tasks that only you can perform in your unique context. Authenticity thrives when desire meets purpose. Notice what sets your heart on fire. If service draws you, ask how to pour out love. If teaching, healing, or advocating stirs you, bring those desires to me. I will sharpen skills, open opportunities, and lead you to places where obedience meets provision. While you travel, guard against pride. Every talent and doorway comes from my hand. Humility keeps your gaze outward, ensuring blessing flows through you rather than stopping with you. Remain teachable and doors will stay open. Stay rooted in humility, grounded in wisdom, and let your life direct attention to the giver, not yourself. There will be moments when the trail feels steep and you feel emptied out. You might whisper, "I have nothing left." Remember, I know your limits because I shaped them. Weakness is an invitation to lean on my sufficiency. Allow limits to guide you toward collaboration, reminding you that community not self-sufficiency, was always the plan. Together you mirror a fuller reflection of goodness. When you reach the end of your own resources, you arrive at the beginning of mine. In my hands you are beautiful, not in spite of imperfection, but because grace streams through it. Rest. Let my strength carry you. I am not distant. I am near, guiding and sustaining. My love stays constant as seasons turn. Let the light within spill outward, illuminating paths for those still searching in dim places. Generosity of spirit turns cracks into windows. Step forward with confidence, not because every detail is clear, but because you trust the one directing the steps. I am always with you, your shield, your strength, your song in dark hours. Keep your gaze on me, and together we will craft a story that echoes beyond your lifetime. I have woven my spirit into your very being. The same power that sparked life where none existed can breathe fresh energy into a weary soul. Remember that vitality is not measured by constant motion, but by purposeful rhythm that balances action with rest. Live within that rhythm for lasting strength. When exhaustion pushes you to the edge, lift your eyes toward me. In quiet conversation, draw from an endless well of strength. Release the heavy expectations you pile upon yourself. There is a difference between steady endurance and frantic striving. Learn to tell them apart. Distinguish between the push that refines and the push that exhausts. Wisdom will show the difference. Choose the pace that nurtures life. I will give resilience for each dawn, but I also invite you to pause and rest deeply. The universe will not unravel if you step back to restore your soul. In stillness, you will find me waiting. Be alert, for I often send companions, mentors, friends, fellow travelers to lighten your load. Let trusted voices remind you that resting is an act of faith, proving you believe provision continues while you breathe. Rest is part of the journey. Do not let pride or fear keep you from their care. Receiving help is not weakness. It is an act of faith in provision. Likewise, stay available for the ways I might use you to uplift another life. A thoughtful word, a listening ear, a shared meal. These simple gifts can ripple far. Even from your own hurt, you can raise someone else. Life is about connected souls. Burdens divide, joys multiply, victories are shared. You are an essential thread in this grand design. Each expression of cooperation echoes the original design of humanity, diverse individuals blending strengths, weaknesses, history, and hope into a single rising song. Remember, greatness is rarely solitary. It is born when humble hearts choose to celebrate another's win, to shoulder another's loss, to wait patiently for another's return. In every season you have something to give and something to receive, and both are essential. Keep your hands open, your ears attentive, your words seasoned with kindness, and watch the community around you flourish in unexpected, beautiful ways. This is how love grows roots and branches outward. Let generosity become your everyday steady habit. Amen.